Can a custodial parent deny visitation to the other parent if child support is not being paid? Let's talk about that. So let's say that you're divorced or that you're separated, you were never married, but you have children in common. So the question becomes, what are everybody's obligations to one another? Ultimately, a court order will issue, either through a divorce or through a paternity action. In that order, it spells out specifically what the obligations are between the parties. So basically, support, as far as financial support, the court expects that both parents will financially support your child. Both parents are obligated. As far as raising the child, the court wants both parents to be involved in raising the child, in bonding with the child, and to bring up that child, unless there are some sort of outside issues such as substance abuse, domestic violence, or abuse of the child. Other than that, the court wants to make sure that both parents are involved in the child because generally that is in the child's best interest. But support and visitation are two separate issues. They don't overlap. So if somebody is not supporting that child, the custodial parent cannot deny visitation. So let's say that you have custody of your child and your ex is either behind on the child support payments or is just refusing to pay altogether. Sometimes the question becomes, can I stop that person from having time with our child? And the answer is clearly no. You cannot deny visitation to the other party based on the fact that he or she is not living up to their financial obligations. If they're not paying their child support on time, or if they're not paying at all, your course of action is to go to the court and file a contempt proceeding. Contempt basically just means that the other person is not living up to their obligations as is ordered by the court. They should be held in contempt and therefore somehow forced to come into compliance with that order. So if child support is due in arrears, as they say, if it's back due, then the court can increase the amount of support that will be taken out of a person's paycheck, let's say, every pay period, or they can intercept income tax returns, or there are a number of other steps that the court may take in order to pressure that person to come into compliance. Now, if the other party, if the custodial party is not giving you visitation as ordered by the court, you still are obligated to pay your child support. So just because the other person is preventing you from seeing your child, that does not take you off the hook as far as your financial responsibilities go. And if you stop paying and just think, well, I won't have anything to do with the child, I'm not going to pay anything, we go our separate ways, everything's over. That is not the case. And so sometime down the road, what might happen is that person comes back at you for all the child support that has accumulated over that time, and now all of a sudden you are looking at a huge lump sum payment that you owe that can be collected either through garnishing your wages or somehow attaching any other assets that you might have. If your visitation is being interfered with, you also may go to the court and file a contempt hearing saying basically, hey judge, this person's not giving me my child on the visitation schedule that the court ordered. I think you should hold them in contempt and force them to give me the allotted time that I am entitled to. If you're thinking about getting divorced in Massachusetts, feel free to visit us at affordlaw.org/checklist. We've put together a checklist of the 7 most important issues you should be thinking about before filing for divorce. At Afford Law, our fees are based on a sliding scale to make ourselves more affordable to the hardworking men and women of Massachusetts. At Afford Law, we're making justice affordable.